Guys, welcome to the channel. It's Risa from Risa's Campus. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to use Google Classroom for both teachers and students. So keep watching. So what is Google Classroom? Google Classroom is a free web-based platform that is used for educational purposes. It is used to create classes, distribute assignments, communicate, and stay organized when teaching. It is also a free service for anyone with a personal Google account, that is a Gmail. So it's basically a platform that makes online teaching very easy. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorials. On your browser, go and type in Google Classroom. Click on where you see classroom.google.com. You'll be led into the Google Classroom where you can now start your lesson. The other way to gain access is to just go to the Google Launcher and where you see Google Apps, scroll down and click on Google Classroom. And you're going to get access to the Google Classroom. Take note, to be able to do this, you need to be logged into your Google account. So another option is for you to go to the Google Play Store and download the Google Classroom app on your mobile phone. To start a class, all you have to do is just click the plus sign right up here. You're going to get two options, either to join a class or to create a class. So I'm going to click create a class. Next, just click the box and click continue. All you have to do now is to give your class a name. Next, click create. It's going to create a classroom for you. Now this is your classroom. As you can see, this is where you can now communicate with your students as well as get the code to invite them for the class. You can also change the design of your class by clicking select theme, or you can also upload a photo from your gallery. Okay, so let's change the theme. So as you can see, they're going to give you so many different options from English and history, maths and science, arts, sports. Depending on the subject that you're teaching, you can select the theme that best fits your lessons, and from there click select class theme. So you see the theme of a classroom is changed. So when you click the three lines, you're going to see the classes that you have scheduled, and you're going to see the calendar, and you're going to see the name of the class. And let's say class. As you can see, this is a classroom that we have just created. When you click the three dots, you're going to see the different options. An option to copy and invite link, or to edit the class, or even to copy the class. When you click edit, you're going to be able to change the name of your classroom. You can also click on calendar, and this is where you are going to schedule a class. That is when you want the class to hold. This option is very important, especially if you have so many classes to prepare for the week. You can just prepare your class and schedule the time. All you have to do is choose a date and then click here and choose a class for that particular day. I have created just one class, that is why you see just Risa's Campus. When you create more, all of the classes will display here. You can also click to review, and here you're going to review the classes that you have on Google Classroom. Okay, now let's go back into our classroom. To invite students to the classroom, all you have to do is click here where you see the code and you click on display. Here you can now copy the code where you can send to the students by email. Or you can just copy the link by clicking copy invite link and send to the students by email. Okay, next let's see from the student's point of view after getting the code. The student is going to get access into Google Classroom through the same way by going to the Google App Launcher and clicking on Google Classroom. Here the student is going to click the plus sign and click join class. This is where the student is going to put in the code of the class. Then click on join. Now the students will have access to the class. This is where the students can type in a message. The students will be able to see all the notes and the files that has been given by the teacher in the classroom. Now let's get back to the teacher's point of view. You also have the option of changing the code of your class by clicking here. Scroll down and under general where you see manage invite code, click the drop down arrow, and this is where you can either reset the code or you can even turn it off if you don't want more students coming into the class. Preferably, rather than turning it off, I just like to reset the code by clicking reset, and as you can see, the code is changed. Also, it's better to turn off the code if you don't want some mischievous students to send the code to some other person and start disturbing the class. Okay, so another way you can invite students is by clicking on people. As you can see, I've already invited one person. To invite another is just to click the plus sign. Here you can now type the email address of the students and then click invite. After joining the class, the student will appear here. You can also choose to email the student privately or remove the students completely from the class. To add a student, all you have to do is just click the plus sign, put in the email address and then click invite, or you can just send the link through the email address. You also have the option to invite other teachers into your classroom. Okay, let me just show you quickly. This is how the student is going to see their invite when you send the link to their email address. All they have to do is just click join and they'll be taken into the Google Classroom. Okay, let's see how you can communicate with your students, how you can send them a file, a classwork, an assignment, and other materials. To send a text, click here. This is where you can type in whatever you want to tell the students and also send notes. For example, you can just type in a welcome message to the students as they come in the class. You can also decide if you want this message to go to all of the students or a particular student. You can also upload files from your Google Drive and send to your students by clicking here. Just choose the file and then click insert. Now the file will be uploaded. You can also upload a file from your gallery, a link to a website, and also a YouTube video. As you can see, the files are uploaded. All you have to do now is click on post. Okay, let's go and see how the students are going to see the files. So as you see, the students can now see the files. After viewing the files, the students can also leave a comment. This is how the teacher is going to see the comment. The teacher has the option to either reply or delete the comment if it's inappropriate. The teacher also has options to either allow comments from students in the classroom or not. All you have to do is click here, scroll down under general where you see stream. That is where you can have the option to either allow students to comment or to disable their comments. Next, let's see how you can assign homework, give a quiz, or exams to students. Click on classwork. This is where you can create assignments and give your students exams or quiz. Let's give an assignment. Click on assignment. Next, type in the title of the assignment. Next, type in the instructions that the students have to follow in order to do the assignment. Next, you can upload a file, a link to a website, or a YouTube video to attach to your assignment. I'm just going to take a file from my Google Drive. On the right hand side, you can decide if this is going to be a group project. If it's going to be a group project, you can go click on students can edit file. But if it's going to be something like an exam or any personal assignment, then you have to click make a copy for each of the students. On the right hand side, this is where you decide if the copies you made are for some particular students or for all of the students. Next, this is where you put in the due date of the assignment and also the time of the due date. Next, this is where you type in the topic of the assignments. Click on create topic and you can type in the topic of the assignment. I'm just going to type in science. Next, this is where you put in the total marks of the assignment. As for rubric, I'm going to talk about this in another video. When you're done allocating the marks of your assignment, click in assign. And the assignment is going to show up in the teacher's classwork. Let's check out the student's point of view. So this is how the assignment is going to show up in the student's feed. The students can also see the assignment by going to their classwork, and this is how the assignment is going to show up. They will also be able to see the topic of the assignment. This is especially helpful if you are teaching more than one subject or more than one class. When the student clicks on the assignment, they will be able to see all the details of the assignment. And when the student clicks on view assignment, they'll be able to work on the file. Okay, now to start working on the assignment, go on the right hand side and click on the file. It will take you into the file where you can now start editing by putting your answers or answering the questions. So this is just a simple demonstration of what I'm saying. A text that I'm just trying to show you that it is editable. When the student is done answering the questions, they can now click on turn in. It's going to take the students here where they have the options to either continue submitting the assignment or to cancel it if in case they want to do a correction or to adjust something with the assignment. So if everything is corrected, then they can now click on hand in. So as you can see, the students also have the option to unsubmit the document even after submitting it, if in case they need to correct something or they made a mistake. For example, if in case you handed in your assignment yesterday and today you realize you have made a mistake or you needed to correct something and it's not yet the due date, you can always unsubmit it and correct it. Okay, let's get back to the teacher. When the teacher goes to the classroom, he's just going to click on the assignment, and there he's going to see the number of students who have submitted their assignment. When they click here, they're going to see the students who have submitted their assignment with their names, and also the assignment is going to display itself here. And when the teacher clicks on the assignment, he or she will be able to correct or mark the assignment. So right up here is where the teacher can easily sort out the assignment of each individual student by their names rather than going back to their classroom. Next, this is where the teacher can put in the mark of the student after correcting their assignment. The teacher can also leave a comment for the student. And this is where the teacher can put in comments where he or she can later reuse when marking students' assignments and quizzes and tests. Right up here, the teacher can also see the mark he has given to the student for that particular assignment. So when the teacher is done, he or she can just click right here and decide if he or she would like to return the paper to a single student or return the paper to all of the students at once. If you have more than one student, you can just click on return multiple submission, and now you click on return. So this is how the students are going to see their marks. Another thing is that the teacher can also return back the file after reviewing it so that the students can work again on it before resubmitting. They will just have to go through the same process. In this case, since the teacher already marked, so it's going to show here that it is marked already. So this was just a little rundown of the Google Classroom. So for all the teachers who are teaching online now, they can always use Google Classroom to host their classes online. It's quite easy to use and it's completely free. So I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching.